Bottle boys, up with the lot. Who cares if it's raining? Who cares if it's dark? There's a whole lot of bottle boys taking a pride in making sure each customer is satisfied. Milk, eggs and butter, got 'em all on the float. Anything you're short of, darling, leave us a note. Oh, you'll be glad you wrote it when you hear the noise of the rattle of the bottles of the bottle boys.
One of my crazy ideas. Today they're going to train in the background with You Never Walk Alone.
That's a good idea. It's an interesting idea. I'm looking forward to this.
Boys, mentally we start to play the game now, okay? We are at Anfield. Let's go!
Viva la raza!
If I say what I think, I'm suspended 6 months. So I cannot say. I'm allowed to give my interpretation of what happened in the game, but I don't know how to lie, and I don't like lying, so I prefer not to say what I think. I can't change that my hair is perfecto. It's embarrassing. It's a disgrace. That's what it is, a disgrace.
That was a foul score, they kicked him, but you're looking for that.
If I say what I think, I'm suspended 6 months.
I've never been to Anfield and seen Arsenal in complete control of the game. You're normally suffering
Cuando y aunque sé que no soy lo más bello.
Of course it needs to be one. We would agree, but what I'm saying is that when people are saying he's fit saving all that, don't forget he won FA Cup in his first season when he was the first manager to catch COVID. So let's not forget that anymore.
Welcome back, family, to Northside LDN. We are back. Ola, what are you telling me, bro?
Bro, I'm blessed, man. It's been a mad weekend. Arsenal, man, they're gonna be the death of it, blood. I swear to God, bro. You know what I mean? But hey, I'm happy to be back on the panel, man, because it's been a minute. Work's been taking over, but we're trying to earn some money, man. Trying to put some food on the table. You know how it is. But yeah, man, glad to be back, man. Salute to you, and happy belated birthday to you as well, bro.
Thank you.
Hope Arsenal didn't ruin it too much for you. That's what they did to you, buddy.
Bro, they ruined it so bad. I didn't even have a Maggie, bro. I just went to sleep, bro. I didn't even go out.
You see the message I sent you a whole heap of pukaria, brother.
I'm telling you, man. Nah, big up, man. Big up to Ola, man. Big up every single time, man. Aaron, how you doing, bro?
Yeah, good, man. Yeah, sorry for my little delay. Do you remember when I was telling you I've got absolutely no culture whatsoever? You couldn't prove it any more than the dinner I just had, micro pizza. That's how much culture I've got. Little Chicago town micro pizza. That's all I've had all day. I've been starving, and that's all I can muster up, mate. Yeah, so there's my culture. Other than that, it's beans on toast.
As long as you're fed and water, brother.
Something's in the stomach, that'll do, innit? But big up, man. I hope you boys are good. And big up to the chat as well.
Yeah, man. Big up, man. Let's start before we get onto the injuries and everything else. I don't know what you guys think of our amazing performance, according to you, gals. It was only down to a magical moment. You know what I'm saying? Ola, what do you make of the game, man, against Liverpool?
Bro, I came into the game looking for 2-1, and I've been saying in the chat leading up to the game that, boy, you know what? Before the season started, I looked at the fixtures and I thought to myself, with the type of signings we're making, I reckon we can rack up 15 points in the first 5 games. Bro, How wrong was I? How wrong was I, man? And just judging by the first couple games that Liverpool had, I was looking at it thinking, boy, they're letting a couple goals before they go back trying to catch up to it. And I thought if they let us have them kind of moments and give us a 2-goal lead, it's curtains. There's no coming back from that because obviously the type of defense that we got. I thought, you know what? Maybe I predicted a 2-1. I asked Lee said 1-1. I asked Matty said 2-2. You know what I mean? So they still thought we're going to get something out of the game. Half time, the whole of the first half, you know what I mean? I was complaining about Martinelli the most, right? Not so much Merino, because Merino, we already know nobody wants to see him in the middle of the park. We said it plenty of times. I've been on the panel with you, man. I said the only place I want to see Merino play is up top. I don't want to see him in midfield, you know. But all right, he's doing a job there. But Martinelli, throughout the game, just drove me nuts, bro. He just drove me mad. I kept thinking to myself, how have we got a midfielder as a right back and there's no take-ons? There's no you ain't even made him feel like, you know what, I'm gonna be dragged into deep waters. Not once did Martinelli make him feel like that. Not once. And I'm looking at Madueke on the other side. I'm thinking this is the guy I cussed about all summer. And he's the one that's trying to make something happen in this game. What's going on? Arteta, do something. Half time. Arteta, do something, man. Why we got Eze itching like a fucking crackhead on the fucking bench, bro? Bro, you see, when you see Eze the way that brother was clucking to get on the pitch, it was like looking for a fix. And Arteta was there thinking, boy, you're a methadone, bro. You know what I mean? Calm down. You ain't get on the pitch just yet. I'm going to see a little bit of Martinelli. And Martinelli ain't doing nothing. Martinelli brought nothing to the game. For me, it was the worst player on the pitch. Diabolical. And when that free kick happened, I thought to myself, oh my God. Just before that happened, I was saying to my and Lee, bro, watch. We going to get punched in the face before this manager does anything. We're going to get punched in the face before this manager does anything. And halftime, me and Matty was sat there watching Slot talk to Conor Bradley, or the young Liverpool player, talking to him at halftime under the tunnel, giving him instructions or whatever. And I'm saying, how much game plan is this brother handed to, you know, the whole squad on how they're going to move in the second half? Because he knows that if we know Arteta ain't going to do shit, you better damn know Slot knows Arteta ain't going to do a goddamn thing. You better know that. And that's exactly what happened. Arteta did fuck all until we got slapped in the face. And that's when it started to... By the time you put Eze on, it's too late, bro. The brother should have started. And this was the whole thing about the game. I was saying it live at the time, and I still stand on it, man. Like, this brother, this manager is, you know, throughout the whole... I've seen you on panels, Aaron, right? And everybody keeps saying, you got a brilliant squad. We got a good squad. But the one man that's going to hold you back is your manager. I don't believe in your manager. I heard Hooks. Shout out to my boy Hooks. He says, somebody asked him, well, if Luis, I think it was Dan that actually asked the man, if Luis Enrique was our manager, would you have a whole different? And he said, yeah. It all came through. It's the manager. Everybody's looking at this manager saying, let the shackles off. Let the handbrakes off. You know what I mean? None of that shit we did with Leeds. Leeds just came up. This is Liverpool. They won the fucking title, right? And they fucking boasted on what they already got. So we're not going to go treat them like Leeds. You know what I mean? Arteta played, and it's the same thing everybody been saying. We saw it. It came there to do a smash and grab like he did at United. That's what he came there to do, a smash and grab. And Liverpool weren't having none of it.
Yeah. Do you know what, Ola? Do you know the word that springs to mind more than anything, man? And believe you me, my vocabulary is vast enough to spring a few more. I promise you that. But that's for a different channel at a different time. Disappointing is the one I'm going to go with. disappointing and disappointed. Do you know why I'm disappointed? Because I just thought to myself, I'm not shocked, by the way, not even in any way, shape, or form shocked. The second I saw the lineup, that's when the rapid decline for me went. Because let's just say pre-lineup, 1 or 2 minutes before it, I thought to myself, do you know what? Look, we've had ourselves a decent window. I think that's fair to say with the players that we've brought in, the amount that we've spent, that the Cronkies technically have backed him. Berta, then you can technically say, has done his job. We've got our goal scorer. We've got our creativity in terms of Eze. None of us will really be a massive fan of Madueke until he proves us, albeit I do agree what you said, Ola. He was actually the only one that did look half interested in going forward, albeit didn't really do anything special, but still the point stands. You know, he actually was really the only one that done anything, regardless of what that was. And I just sort of thought to myself, I thought, you've now got yourselves, Mikel. You've found yourself in a nice little situation, actually, believe it or not. You've got yourself in a nice situation where you've got an audition. You've got almost a final audition to our side of the fence to go, do you know what? Show us you've changed. Show us you're willing to try something new. Show us you're willing to go for it. Because I'll coin this phrase, and I'll coin this phrase multiple times. If you want something you never had, you need to do something you never did, right? And that is win away at a title rival. We didn't do it at the Etihad when we was competing with Manchester City, and we didn't do it last season or the season's gone by, or definitely, obviously, now we know this season at Anfield. We haven't managed to do that. Why have we not managed to do that? Because we've either been bested in the earlier stages of Arteta's career, or when we are competing, we have shit the bed. We've gone there just playing for a draw. Absolute maximum, that's what we've gone at, playing for a draw. Cool, all right. So that's what we've seen. Mikel Arteta, back to my original point, had a fantastic chance to roll the dice. 3 games in against the Liverpool side where Kanate was all but praying every single night for a red card. They haven't looked fantastic defensively. They haven't really got going yet. Wirtz hasn't hit the ground running just yet. I would say this isn't, or wasn't rather, a bad time to play Liverpool at Anfield. It's actually quite a cozy time because if you roll the dice and attack the game and lose, you've technically got a lot of ground to recover. What message does it show? Because when I saw that lineup, I'll tell you what message it showed to me. You ain't changing. We've seen this. What's Einstein say, my brother? Keep trying the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is insanity, Ola. It's insanity, Northside. It's insanity, chat. And I'm sat here now, I'm thinking, why do you then expect me to think that we're going to get a different result if you're setting up exactly the same way as you've done over the last 5.5 years? Why do you think that I'm going to think we're going to get a different result? Why? We set up negatively. The second I looked at that defence, I was like, whatever. I stepped up into the midfield category, reading from left to right, as I usually do. Rice, Zubimendi, Mikel what? Mikel fucking what? As your right 8? Are you taking the piss? The second my eyes scrolled 3 players over, and I see that name, Mikel Merino, that guy that actually didn't do a bad job up top. Oh, and guess what? Thomas Partey got suspended, and then the second we played him back in midfield against PSG, we saw the real Mikel Merino, the midfielder, nowhere near good enough. Shit, an abomination of a signing, £35 million midfielder, and we saw that again on Sunday. Not good enough. But what message does it send? We're going to sit back. That's fine. You've got Madueke there, and that right-hand side already being disjointed by Madueke and a player playing out of position, and he's nowhere near good enough in Merino. Switch to the left-hand side. I could at least appreciate tactically why he played Martinelli, and that was because we all know Calafiori, albeit a decent start to the season, unchallenged, by the way. I thought, fair enough if he's going to play Martinelli because he's going to want that tracking back. I created a new position, by the way. He's a defensive left winger. That's what Martinelli is, because heaven and hell know that he ain't a fucking attacking left winger. I can tell you that Martinelli is no longer and hasn't been an attacking left winger for a very long time. So I thought he's going to play him there to help track back. That's fine. But why also have your right-hand side so defensively if your left-hand side so defensive? Because over the last few years, the right-hand side's been our only saving grace. And what have you done? You've tied that side up as well. So poor Gyökeres up top, sitting there and thinking, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? He is frozen. He is isolated. Let it go. Let it go. He's frozen. Poor him. He's just, what could he do? What
Aaron,
message
sorry to
did it
cut you
send?
there, Aaron.
No, go on.
You know what Gyökeres did. If I can't get no service, if I can't beat them, I might as well join them. He ended up being a DM for us. That's how far back he played.
Yeah, dear. Rob, it was frustrating. And do you know what? Again, I'll go back to this point I'm going to make before I stop waffling, right? It was what message? Now, if we'd have gone out there and attacked that game, yeah, whether we'd have drawn, whether we'd have lost, whether we'd have won is irrelevant to the point I'm about to make now. If we'd have attacked that game properly and outplayed them and lost 1-0, outplayed them and drew 1-0, outplayed them and won, the message would be the same. Yeah, Arsenal look like they're here, maybe. Especially if you'd have got the draw and outplayed them. Yeah, Arsenal were here. Oh, wow, yeah, look at them. They've gone to Anfield and really fucking took it to them. Oh, they've changed their style up. Arteta's mixing it up now. He's going for it. Okay, what message does that send to everyone? What message does it send to Pep? Oh, yeah, Arsenal. What message does it send to Slot? Oh, wow, yeah, I'll tell you what, yeah, Arsenal right up for it. What message does it send to the fans? Yeah, Arsenal look bang up for it this year, didn't they? They've changed their tune. What message does it send now? The same old message, which is why we all lost belief the second that lineup came out. The second that lineup came out, every Arsenal fan, especially us, a new world-class chat, we all went, for fuck's sake, there you go, Salah, gone. Any tiny little bit of hope and faith that we had in that game was completely decimated. Decimated, wasn't it? Decimated when you see that lineup. Fucking destroyed. Terrible. What message does that send to you, though, for the rest of the season? This is how we're going to play. So it's imprisoned us. We are now in Arteta prison. Mikel Myers has fucking stabbed us again, hasn't he? He's came back. Season 7 Halloween. He's came back and butchered any hope that we had of winning anything, because now we know that that's what we're in for yet again, because we've seen it for the last 5.5 years. We've seen it since 2019. Anyone excited for Nottingham Forest? Come on. Terrible.
I mean, I said this to Christian when I was on Dan Potts' channel a moment ago, because he said, "Oh, but North, but you're overreacting. It's only been 3 games." I said, out of the 3 games, we only had 1 decent performance. That was against Leeds. We got away with it against Man United. And just because we got the result, don't get giddy. And everybody that's criticizing Liverpool, saying, "Oh, well, Liverpool, they weren't even all that." Well, we wasn't all that a bit against Man United, but we took the points. The fan base took the points and said, right, well, we got the points and we move forward. So if they really want to be judging performances, then judge the performances that we robbed teams 1-0 and set piece and header by Timber, header by Gabriel. We've been playing like this in pre-season. The best game we had in pre-season was Atletico Bilbao. The rest of them, Villarreal we lost, Tottenham we lost. The performances were abysmal, bro. So when they talk about, oh, but the narrative, that's what I keep saying, the narrative. I don't believe the narrative around Arsenal, because we haven't been, look at Liverpool. The difference is Liverpool got over the line. Slot don't have Slot has already proved in a year what Arteta has tried to prove in 6 years. It's a different situation. It's a completely different conversation. Their process is actually banned. And he's shown that he can adjust to different teams and get the points and get over the line when it matters. That's the difference. This manager doesn't. He has not shown that. And I just don't get it, because the thing is like last season they were saying, "Oh, but the bench needs to be fixed and this and that." And when you look and you've got options, you're like, really? Like, there's so many combinations we could have seen. We could have seen Odegaard. We could have seen Ethan in the 10, or Eze in the 10, or Ethan and Dowman on the wings. There's so many different things that we could have said, you know what, boys, we didn't win, but you know what? Yeah, we gave it a go. We gave it a go and we played to try and win. Fair enough. Certain thing may have not worked out, but I can understand what he was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? But he doesn't do that. Every experiment that we want him to do, he doesn't do. Every single time. This midfield has been static since the preseason when he's playing 2 DMs. As soon as he's removed Partey, well, Partey's gone, we released him. Partey's gone, contract done. And we've done the double pivot of Norgard and Rice, or Moreno and Rice. Our midfielders just look static in games. And then you go into the season and then you're doing the same thing, Ola. I'm not seeing any. I asked Igal, Igal, after this game, if we face PSG again this season in Champions League, quarterfinals, semi-finals, name me 3 tactical changes that you've seen from Liverpool that we can implement against PSG later down the road if we face them in the Champions League? He said, maybe he's seen now that Martinelli can't start on the left. I said, fucking hell, how many years has it been him starting Martinelli on the left?
Bro,
I said,
Stephen
maybe.
Wonder could have told him that, dog. Like, what the fuck is this brother talking about?
Oh my
Look,
God.
this is the thing, yeah? This is the thing, right?
Painful.
The last time we see Martinelli do anything proper was 2 seasons ago. Let's call it what it is, right? 2 seasons ago. Last season, I said, bro, I'm watching, I'm putting this brother on fraud watch. And by halfway through, I'm saying sell him in January. Just cash in. I'm hearing Saudi people them roaming about. I'm like, boy, send the fucking camels with gold on it and take Martinelli away. Them camels. You know what I mean? Them Saudi man got them camels with fucking gold bricks. Take Martinelli, we get them fucking and we go and invest it on the other side of the pitch. Now, Martinelli, for me, the club and what we're trying to do has outgrown him. It's outgrown him now. And Arteta, like Tony Adams said, ain't got the balls to cut that brother there, right? We would never have had Eze if we went for fucking Barter. And his days are numbered in this club, the way I see it. Because I tell you what the signing of the fucking season is. Andres Barter. Andres Barter is the signing of the season. And he's the one that I think eventually is going to give this brother his medicine, because we've been through so much with Arteta. And look, I'm not dismissing what he's done to get up to the point where we're at competing. Yeah? Let me get that out there. Right? But there's levels to this thing. There's levels. And I think he's reached his level. It's not a bad thing. That's okay.
Yeah.
You've reached your level. Now pass the baton. I've been saying this for donkeys. This thing is like a relay thing, bro. You know what I mean? You start with your slowest player or your slowest runner, then the next fastest runner takes it. Then I've never seen a Jamaica do a 4x4 and put Usain Bolt first. He's the last man. He's the one that's breaking records. He's the one that's getting you over the line. You know when we've been talking about getting over the line for so long? Man, I will say that's the man that get you over the line. Maybe Arteta is the guy, the third guy that's going to give it to the man that's going to get you over the line. We need that manager that's going to get us over the line. And this manager ain't that guy. We've seen it. Yeah. I said to you earlier on, we know how this movie ends, bro. We know how this movie ends. And it's going to be too late by the time people see it, because people run the same fucking excuse every fucking season. You man ain't even trying to fucking remix this thing. You're just copying and pasting. Oh, it's only the first game of the season. It's only the third game of the season. Oh, we're only halfway through the season. Oh, nobody wins the league in fucking December or January. These are the type of shit you hear right through the season. Until
people lose it though. People lose it by then. No one wins it. People lose it by then, though, don't they, Ola?
I'm trying to say, we hear the same thing season in, season out. Yeah. Every fucking season. I've had enough of it. I've had enough of it. And look, the way the outlay, the amount of money that the owners of that we spend this season is letting me know that if he don't pull up with majors, they might pull the trigger on him. Because I think what Barter's done is got rid of a lot of the deadwood, whether it's loan, whether I got big money for them, whether I got tiny money for them, it's irrelevant at this point. We've been shit at selling for so long. It's irrelevant at this point. But some of them deadwood they're out now, right? And he's brought in some strong players. In Nkapia, I like. Mosquera looks good. Having a debut at fucking Anfield and performing the way he did is crazy. The other thing that got me vexed, bro, I was fucking triggered when I saw fucking Timber got injured and then got dashed back on the pitch. Then I'm hearing, he knew that fucking Saliba took a knock in warm-up and you still sent him on. Is this brother mad? This is what I'm trying to say. We've seen this, bro. How many times? Like, does he learn from his... You know, some managers, they make a little mistake and you know what, they go learn from that. This brother don't learn. Keep
Ola.
doing the same fucking thing all the
Ola.
fucking time.
I text Matty, yeah. When we was watching the game, I text Matty, Southern Gooner, big up Matty, Southern Gooner. I text him and I went, that might be the quickest Arsenal substitution I've ever seen in my whole entire life, because Saliba went down, the camera instantly pans to Mosquera, who's up and is in the kit. He's not got the the zipper on.
Yeah,
He's in
the
full
warm-up.
kit. I text
They
Matty
knew.
and I was like, he was injured before that. I was like, there is no way on earth after 3 minutes, if someone takes a knock and you're like, right, he's already ready to go on the field and he's nearly on. The number was almost basically up. I was like, they know that. Oh, then what comes out after the game? Oh yeah, he's injured in the warm-up. What are we doing here? So almost like what you're saying, the title of this stream, are the injuries on Arteta or is it bad luck? It probably is somewhat a mixture of both, but let me tell you one thing, a lot of it is still on Mikel Arteta. Sometimes you do get bad luck. You can't blame it 100% either side. But our side of the fence are more open to actually seeing what the actual crack is. The other side of the fence are just like, well, it's unprecedented. No, it ain't. How can this be the same exact thing? It's case in point, North, isn't it? You looked at that and it's just an exact, clear example of what we've seen. Then you reverse it and then just go, all right, cool. Well, that's just this season. What did we say to everyone? We had 3 grade 3 tears last year, yeah, brother. The first grade 3 that we had since Lucas Podolski 10 plus years before, by the way, North and chat. Oh, guess what's happened? 2 of them grade 3 tears from last year, they've now accumulated injuries already after match day 3, spanning more than 4 months. Gabriel's next. Gabriel, by the way, who hadn't played at the end of last season and was rushed and played 90 minutes against Manchester United, 90 minutes against Leeds, and also 90 minutes against Liverpool. He's next. Oh, guess what happens to Ben White after he needed surgery and you're playing him? Oh, yeah, guess what? Oh, yeah, he's constantly getting niggly injuries now and he's not fit. Timber, same, copy and paste. Straight away after the geezers had an ACL, he's come back, plays the whole season. And he actually had the minerals to come out and say it. Thomas Partey pushed you straight back on the field. Kieran Tierney is exactly the same. Gabriel Jesus rushed back. Declan Rice, broken toe. Should we carry on? But the list is just starting to get endless. So when we're saying, yeah, are the injuries on Arteta, is it bad luck? There's some bad luck in there for sure. But bet your bottom dollar on it that Mikel Arteta is causing a lot of this, because that's a decision. Sometimes you can roll the dice, and unfortunately, you don't get double sixes. Sometimes you're just stuck with snake eyes. But there's no way or shape or form Mikel Arteta could have, knowing that, and he came out and said that William Saliba is injured. He could have just not played him. That is his choice. He chose. There's no bad luck. It might be frustrating that William Saliba's got an injury, but it's his choice to put Saliba out on that field. And it didn't work for him. That is not bad luck. That is poor choice.
The amount of people that we had fucking debates with last season, on the back end of last season, as to why our players injury, and nobody wanted to accept it's got something to do with Arteta. Nobody wanted to accept it. And we've got examples after examples of players getting injured and you sending them back on the fucking pitch. It's crazy to me. Who does that? Especially to one of your fucking key players. Are you mad?
Yep.
Like, this is Saliba, God knows how long he's going to be out for. I don't know. People are saying 2 months. 2 months is a big chunk of what we're trying to do. Yep. I was, like I said, look, this season, it's do or die for him. It's do or die for me. But as far as getting something out of these fucking players, this crop of players that we got right now, we can't keep fucking up and wasting the talent that we got in this squad right now, bro. It ain't gonna be long before they start acting like Isak. Because if they see how Isak moves and getting what he wanted, it ain't gonna be long before they're all say, yo, I don't care what you're saying. I want to go over there. And you ain't gonna do a goddamn thing to stop me. We just signed one of those motherfuckers in your chorus. Best believe he'll run that move on us. Bro, how many times you be hearing me talking about these players being mercenaries, bro? You know what I mean? I've been saying this for the longest. And people ain't I've been saying this for the longest. Big up view on sport. I've been saying this these players are fucking mercenaries. They're there to serve their own purpose. And whoever's paying the highest fucking wages and who's giving the highest prizes. That's it.
You're bringing up a fair point, to be fair, because Gyökeres isn't coming here because we need to save him like Havertz. He's coming here because he performed at Sporting and won major honours over there in Portugal. Do you know what I mean? The same as Eze. Eze isn't coming into this team as somebody that's still learning his trade. He's coming in as a 27-year-old in his prime that's just won with Crystal Palace. Do you know what I mean? So 100%, these lot could be the ones that can just be like, yo, Saka, are you mad, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you know what I mean? All it takes is one. You know, like a workspace. Work always any business, they always get scared when someone says they're leaving because they're scared, because then everybody gets the itch. Everybody starts going, oh, do you know what? Yeah, do you know what? The canteen's rubbish. You know what? Yeah, I don't really like the food. Do you know what? The manager, I can't believe he's trying to talk to me like a dickhead, you know? I don't know. It happens,
Me
isn't
too.
it?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. All of a sudden, everyone's
Yeah.
leaving. The manager's like, who's staying? Who's leaving? No, don't leave. Do you know what I mean? And it's true, bro. Like, at the end of the day, yeah, he's supposed to be a disciple of Pep, this manager. Remember when we first got him? He's going to be the next Pep. Look at him. He's under Pep. He's going to be the next Pep. Correct me if I'm wrong, yeah. But Pep at the start of seasons, yeah, at the start of the season, every season rotates his team to avoid injuries. He uses his bench. The team, yeah, they're not playing amazing football at first under Pep, prime Pep. Cool. Move, play this player. This player will rotate. We won't play you every week. This, and this. Do you know what I'm saying? This manager is playing players injured year in, year out because he doesn't believe in the players that he brought in. He's the one that bought Zinchenko. He don't believe in him no more. He's the one that bought Kivio. Don't believe in him no more. He bought Lokonga, Fabi Vieira. Don't believe in him no more. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, all these players he's losing faith in are players that he brought to this club. He's got this little group that he believes in. Why we've been doing what we're doing right now, bro. Ben White last season, playing him injured. He was rubbish at the start of last season because he was injured. Odegaard, yes, he's been poor, but obviously you're not helping him, playing him when he's
season. Partey was injured as well, and he pushed him back onto the pitch. Partey was shit right for that season there,
and then injured straight after for a long time.
And people choose to ignore, to turn blind eyes to these patterns. Get the fuck up. Guess what? We see it. We're here to tell you, and we're going to continue to remind you, motherfuckers. Open your fucking eyes. Open your eyes. Yeah? Recognize what you're seeing. Because whilst everybody's thinking we're going to get second again or maybe even win the league this season, there's a good possibility or we could fall even further down. Because Chelsea's threatened, right? There's other teams that's there to take them opportunities. Because we've had 3 opportunities now. You don't get that. You don't get that in the Premier League. You don't get 3P of second place in the Prem. And don't start feeling the pain on your squad. Because those are the seasons you're supposed to be winning. You're supposed to at least grab one of those seasons. And we ain't grabbed none of them. And all these teams, bro, I look at how our season ended last year. And a lot of people have forgot because the season started. Everybody's giddy about the fucking signings. I get it, you know what I mean? But I'm longing to understand and see, yeah, that this club hasn't won for coal in the Prem. As far as the league is concerned in 21, 22 years. And counting. Because this season, the way we started, it don't even look like we're going to do shit either. Right? The last time we won any European majors, Cup Winners' Cup. That was it. All those years ago. Cup Winners' Cup. Now, you look at how the season ended last year. Everybody around us did something, won something. It was Liverpool, Chelsea, fucking Tottenham, like Palace, all these teams around us, they all won something. And the ones that didn't, in United or fucking City, they've won something previous. They got fucking credit in the bank. And us, we winning the second place fucking trophy every fucking season. Open your eyes. Do you want medals or not? because that's the reason that I'm invested from the start of the season. That's why I'm here. I want to see medals. I want my day in Wembley. I want to win them cups. Like, do you not want that? Like, I know the joy of going to fucking Premier League winning parade, FA Cup winning parade. I want Champions League winning parade. I want European honors. Surely you lot want that too. It's not too. Look, the perfect example. Yeah, and I'm gonna say for you, man, that I ain't really peeping this. Every man that's saying who's better than Arteta was you, same man that's saying who's better than Edu Gaspar. And look what came in. Look what the cat dragged in. Bata. You not been raving about Bata. I bet you didn't know somebody like Bata was out there while Edu was getting you them fucking Lokongas and fucking Fabio Vieiras that you know were bigging up. Right? So if somebody's better than Edu that's out there like a Bata, surely there's somebody out there like that's better than Arteta that can get us over the line. Just people. You've seen a pure example in the sporting director position. There's no position in the fucking club that can be improved, including the manager. It can be improved upon. That's what people should be striving for, man. This season is it for me. Well, it's not even it for me. It's been it since he fucking walked through the door. He's a novice that got opportunity. I don't blame him. You know what I mean? If I'm a novice and somebody told me, boy, come and manage Arsenal or Manchester United, I'm taking it like Ten Hag did. Of course. You remember that gifted? Of course. Just like that. It's crazy. People got to understand there's somebody better that we can improve on Arteta. It's not the be-all and end-all when it comes to this football club. This is a great club that's seen fantastic fucking, that's rich in history. And we're just free falling, man, without a parachute right now. Free falling. And I know people are going to say, yeah, it's third game. I'm thinking over the last 5 years since he's been here. I'm trying to think 3 games. Fuck that. Fuck the 3 games. I'm saying since he's been here, what has he done? What has he done with the squad he built? Forget the Emirates squad. Yeah, all right, you won. Credit with that. But the one you put together, what have you done with it? What? I haven't seen fuck all. I'm tired of waiting, bro. Run me my medals.
I hear it, man. I hear it. I don't know. I don't know with this manager anymore, man. I don't know. I just feel like he just feels so lost. And it was interesting, even the people, like I said, Lucky Gal, that love this manager, when I asked him, what is it that we're doing different? He was stuttering. He was stuttering. And he's always got a comfortable excuse, but he's stuttering. He didn't know what to say. I just feel like, I don't know. I don't know where we go from here, man.
There's this thing with our fan base and stuff, and some of them I don't. You know what I mean? I don't blame them because, like I said, they either choose to ignore it, or they ain't seen what, you know what I mean, what it feels like to be in the trenches like we've been. And surely at some point you lot got to start wanting to win something. You know what I mean? Like, you got to start wanting to win something. And I'm seeing a lot of the people out there talking, they don't believe in us. Yeah. And when people are from outside looking in saying they don't believe in you on some shit, it's up to us to go and fix that. And we've had opportunities to fix it. Yeah. This manager, you've had opportunity. I was saying when Odegaard got injured, I said, boy, don't even give him back the armband. Pretend you don't even exist. Yeah, let him back on the pitch, but don't even have a armband conversation with him. Just leave it on Gabriel or leave it on Rice. Have the cojones to do something. And this manager, he bottles there every time, bro. Bottles there every time.
Do you know what? Yeah, Lee is absolutely right when he says a lot of these top gooners, I call them Arteta simps. A lot of them And they can't help their age, by the way, but a lot of them are young and haven't seen success. So when Lee says this is the best they've ever seen it, he's absolutely right. But also, then you flip it on the other side, yeah. Now, all of us on this panel, and probably a lot of people in the chat, they've seen success. So my first ever season watching Arsenal, and they, by the way, let me just add this for context. They can't help what age they are. No one can. Like, no one can help what they are. I was born in 89. What a year. I grew up in 97 was my first season, 96, 97, watching Dennis Bergkamp 1-0 away at Bolton, 1-0 at home at Highbury to Bolton, and we qualified for the Europa League, yeah, which is obviously the UEFA Cup back then. That was my first sort of season of watching Arsenal. The next year, we won the double. In 1999, fuck you, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, and the same with Ryan Giggs. Put your hairy, pasty body away, doing all of that. 2000 was terrible. 2001 was forgettable. 2002, we got Wiltord. We got, it's only Ray Parlour. There you go, Chelsea. Oh, and Lundberg's going to bend it in the top bin as well. 2003, Viduka, exactly the same thing. Exactly the same thing, Viduka. But don't worry about it because Bobby Perez will score against Southampton. Success. Invincible, Wayne Bridge. You can also do that in the Champions League in 2004. In 2005, stunk the place out versus Manchester United. Patrick Vieira's last kick, top left, goalkeeper's top right. Thank you very much. That's another FA Cup. Champions League final 2006. The point that I'm trying to make is I've grown up watching Arsenal success. You can even pedal it back to when I was born, 89. We won the league, 91, won the league, 93. Domestic Cup double, 94, European trophy. Since I was born, so up until the point where probably most of these top simps, they were born, we've been a successful team. We've not dominated, but we've been a very successful team. Vastly for the majority over from 89 to 2005, 2006, if you want to include, getting to a Champions League final, it's decent. That's a long period of sustained regular success. All of a sudden, then it closes off to a few FA Cups, and that's when most of these simps are born. And this is the problem. Whilst I can appreciate, this might be the best you've ever seen it because your age, and there's nothing you can do with being 21, 22 years old. But also be smart and aware enough to know that there's also nothing I can do about being born in 89 and actually seeing success. And here's the problem, and here's the point that I'm going to make. I've grew up watching successful Arsenal sides. I've grew up watching Arsenal be unsuccessful, but having the best players in almost the vast majority of positions on the planet. That's what I've grown up with. So don't you dare not respect it the other way round. And let's get this right. If I and Ola and Northside and this world-class chat decided to lower our standards as much as this new simp fan base have, Arsenal Football Club would probably be in League One or League Two. That's where they'd be. Because if all of us lost all our standards, there would literally be no standards. There would literally be none. If all of us boys, all of us fans, if we, our older generation, and then obviously the OG generation above us, if we lost our expectations and our high, we'd be nowhere. We'd have no standards. So in another way, they got to thank us for holding and bearing the flag. They might not like us. They might not like how we deliver it. They might like what they say. But you cannot deny the fact that we talk, one, from the heart, and two, speak absolute facts. We can't help that we've seen successful Arsenal sides. And I'm sorry, this is not a sustained period. Imagine being Mikel Arteta, and teams usually go for about 6 or 8 year cycle. We're almost at the end of that cycle where, a team either gets old, loses interest, gets sold, aren't good enough. We're at the end. We're coming towards the last quarter of that cycle.
That's why I said I'm tired of waiting.
No success. Nothing.
Yeah, that's facts. And what saved us is because it's a youth project. That's why. That's what saved us in terms of the age. That certain players are now entering their prime.
It's no longer a youth project, and I'll tell you why. A lot of the players now that started that project in Saka, Martinelli, Gabriel, Magalhaes, those mans, they're grown senior players now with so many international caps under their belt, right? And I'm not going to just peel off these fucking players and the performance against Liverpool. I see some good stuff defensively, you know what I mean? And I even said on the stream with Lee, I said, look, even if Saliba was on the pitch, that fucking free kick was devilish, bro. That was a thunderbolt from There's no stopping it. Hit the post standing from that far out. Big up Soboslai. But my problem with that free kick, right? And the reason the free kick was so good is because somebody made Soboslai feel comfortable on the pitch for 60 fucking minutes. And our manager sat there and watched it. People don't look at it like that. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. Somebody made Soboslai fucking comfortable for 60 minutes to be able to deliver a devilish ball like that from where?
Ola, do you know what? Yeah, just sorry to quickly cut you here. If Arsenal had gone there with a proper lineup and proper intent, that would have been a consolation goal. That's what that would have been. That's a Soboslai. That would have been a 2-1. That's what that would have been if we'd have gone there and attacked it. Because let's get it right. Hindsight, beautiful, wonderful. We all know now. For 70 minutes, Liverpool was shit. The problem is so were we. So were we. We were gutless and cowardly. Liverpool were literally, they were Bonnie Blue open, weren't they? They were there for the absolute taking. They were there for the taking. We know that now in hindsight. We'd have gone there with a better attitude. We could have won that game. We could have easily won that game. And that Soboslai goal would have been a consolation. But instead it's the match winner.
Because of Soboslai would have been on toast. He probably would have been hooked. He probably would have been hooked. We needed a player that would have made his life a misery. And we had that player on the bench. Arteta didn't have the balls to fucking put him on and use
nothing.
You know what I mean? And
the defense was on a bad run.
Don't tell me he went fit. Do not tell me Eze was not fit. I've seen him play in Community Shield. I've seen him play in the Chelsea game. I've seen him play in the game. Bro.
He's probably the most match fit player out there.
He was going to go play Conference League with them.
Come on, exactly.
Don't tell me he went fit.
Yeah.
And don't tell me, look, that brother's played long enough against us. Bad goals against us. Not to know how we play. He's been on the pitch against our players. Just put him there and let him do his thing, blood. And he would have fucking... He went like going against the proper fucking fullback. He was going against Soboslai. Like, what the fuck? Literally, we snatched defeat from the jaws of fucking victory when it got presented to us. Because, like you said, Aaron, they were there for the fucking taking.
They were.
And we didn't have the cojones to go and take the game away from them. Because, like I said, my prediction, I was looking for a win. Fuck all these draws. It's a win or nothing. Although, when it got to about 80 minutes, I started thinking, boy, maybe I can snatch a draw. Yeah,
yeah, but
that's how we lost the league last season. Too many draws. It wasn't the losses, it was the draws.
It was the draws, bro. But there are some draws that make you feel like you won, and there's some draws that make you feel like you lost. This one was going to make you feel like you got something on a bad day. And, bro,
we had 14 draws. We had 14 draws last year, yeah? We had 14 draws, right, in the league. Turn 5 of them into losses, you lose 5 points, but turn the other 9 into 3 points or 2 extra points. And there you go. Look, what's that in the math? 18 minus 5. Do you know what I mean? There you go. You got yourself 13 extra points. You're in the title race. You'd have won it. That's what I'm saying. Mate, you know what I mean? Obviously, it'd have been tight, so Liverpool would have took it a bit more serious. But you lose 5 of them, and then you win the other 9. And then you got 13 extra points. This is what people don't get. 14 draws. They're no good. They're no good.
Sometimes draws are worse than losses.
Yeah. There they are.
Draws are worse than losses sometimes. It's better to lose a game than draw a game.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And
especially when you're drawing 14.
The way that fucking Gyökeres was fucking treated in that game, I thought was unforgivable. The amount of runs that brother made.
He's frozen.
And we are 3 DMs with zero creativity behind it. It was a fucking slave thing, blood. I thought to myself, what?
I'm not going to jump on that thing, but he's starving.
You took lower wages. You paid 2 million euros out of your own money for this. This is what you did. You robbed your agent, bro. If I was his agent, I'd be like, bro, run me my money. What you made me fucking drop my money for this year. You know what I'm trying to say? Like the way they treated Gyökeres, the amount of runs it was making, man. Martinelli, first 5 minutes in the game, and I'm seeing Martinelli doing some dumb shit. He ran the ball out of play while Gyökeres was holding his run and trying to fucking just stay on side long enough, and Martinelli fucking ran past him. What the fuck is going on here? That's not your job. Give it to the man we paid to fucking put the ball in the back of the fucking net. And we did none of that. We did none of that. It's fucking wrong, man. You know what I mean?
He's hungry, bro. Honestly, he's lost like 5 kilos since he's been here, Gyökeres. He's starving. He's not had a meal, has he? He's not been fed since he got here, mate. Honestly, no one's passing the ball. The only run. I mean, we could all see it. Like I'll tell you, if I'd have been 10 years younger, I'd have probably smashed my telly at that Martinelli pass when he ran the ball. And you're just thinking, Gyökeres, that's why you signed him. That's why you signed him. Anyone at any football IQ looked at Gyökeres' run, looked at where Martinelli was, looked at where the defenders were, and just thinking, slide it in now. He's through on goal. Slide the ball in. Not only does he not do that, he runs the ball out, then realizes he's ballsed up, tries cutting back in, it bounces off of his shin and just goes out for a goal kick. And you're just thinking,
I've seen managers hook players just for that fucking. It's a fucking criminal offense, bro. I said to myself, Arteta sitting there watching these, he should have been arrested on the fucking spot, bro. It's a criminal offense, bro. He should have been arrested Martinelli. At Anfield, bro.
That Martinelli, bro. Do you know what? Yeah, just quickly going, just swinging back to him. Yeah, one. I mean, if people can't come to the summary of he is finished after watching that, you probably never will. And two, you were sort of saying about him, you know what I mean, trying to be sold in January. I've said this all summer. When this isn't new news, but when you get to 2 years, you almost get give him a new contract or bin him off. Martinelli, and I'll tell you this right now, Martinelli will leave this football club for free in 2 years' time. He won't be sold in January because who's still going to buy him? Maybe he'll be loaned out for 6 months. Maybe. Who's going to buy him? Then he's going to get to the last year. If no one does buy him in January or loan him in January, he's going to have 12 months left on his deal, still with 180k a week. Who's then going to buy him? Because now he's got all the player power. No one's going to come in and offer him a good deal. He's just going to go, well, everyone else is offering me 90k a week or 100k a week. I may as well just stay here and then sign a professional contract, and he will walk for free. I almost virtually promise you, Martinelli will walk out the football club in 2027 for absolutely nothing, compiling the misery of the poor feelings.
Yeah, going to go for us. Watch.
Well, I mean, if we can get any money for him, I hope you're right. I can just see him walk him.
No. We ain't getting no money for him. Nobody's going to pay for that.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Right. Sorry. Yeah. So I thought you meant maybe transfer.
I'm going with what you're saying.
Yeah. No. I can. I mean, look at the Zinchenko thing. We've just straight loaned him, and that's it. And then his contract will expire. We just saved ourselves. This is all I've seen Top Gooners go. Great business getting rid of Zinchenko on a season-long loan. We've saved £1.8 million in wages. All right, yeah, wicked. But you've also wasted 1.8 million in wages for the last 4 years and 35 million pound in transfer. Oh my God, how stupid can you be? Going, yeah, we're good business by the club. We've saved 1.8 million a season. Are you kidding me? I mean, where did you learn that?
Check this out. Shout out the brother, Ashley Pope in the chat here. He said Saliba will too. Is everybody asking the question, why ain't Saliba signed it while the window was open? Signed everybody else. Why ain't he signed? Why will he sign after you got injured and your manager sending you back on the fucking pitch? Why should he sign? You tell me why he should sign.
Apparently there's news about us trying to get him to sign, but I said this a week ago.
Big up Ashley Pope in the chat, man.
He's the only one that was like, nah. Because remember, we went into the transfer window with Saliba being the one we're thinking, okay, well, that's going to be the first player that we lose because of the Real Madrid links and stuff like that. Maybe he's had a word with Real Madrid and they kind of said, you know what, Saliba, hold on. Just run your contract down. Run your contract down. You'll come over here to Madrid. We'll give you a nice little bonus. Your agent will get a nice little bonus. You already know what it is here. They don't even need to sell it. Real Madrid is they're like Ferrari and Lamborghini. We don't do adverts. That's for Clios. That's for Seat Ibifas. That's for Fords. That's for, do you know what I mean? We don't sell it. It's like a Birkin bag. You know what it is. You know how much it is. You know what I mean? Or a Rolex. You know what I mean? I don't need to do advert. You know what it is. You know what I mean? So it's Real Madrid, isn't it? Why would he not? Why would he not?
The damn played for them. I won Champions League for them as the player and as the manager. Why would Saliba not want to go play for them? Like, come on, dog. You know what I mean? Why would he not? Why like you
Man,
got
like
managers
Zizou there and that, you know what I mean? You know his uncles and that telling him, yo, remember Zizou and that, you know what I mean? He's thinking, yeah, remember Makalele was there, and you remember this? Do you know what I mean? He's probably thinking, yo, I gotta go, you know? I gotta go for the heritage, you know what I'm saying? For the culture, you know what I mean?
It's oddly like as well. So he was going to be shy of a few French mates there, isn't it? As well. Do you know what I mean? He's set up.
I reckon he'll speak French. I reckon he'll speak Spanish like Trent, bro. You know what I mean? When he goes there.
It's just sad. Like, look, I get we're not Real Madrid in that, yeah, but at least we used to get the most out of a lot of our players. Like, you know what I mean? When Thierry Henry went to Barcelona, when Patrick Vieira went to Inter Milan, and all this, we got the most out of our players. We know that certain clubs, we know what they are. We know what they are in Europe. You know that we know their pedigree. But now it's just like I don't even know, man. Like I look at this manager, I'm like, surely the players have got to revolt. Surely now, like just for your career, like are you guys that comfortable? And this is why I said that Saka's a loser and that Gabriel's a loser, because why would you sign a new contract under this manager? Why? Based on what? Comfortability is the only thing I can see. Comfortability.
Then again, though, does contract really mean anything these days, though, bro? Like, really and truly.
No, but
contract really mean anything these days, bro. When we
come on, man, the intent though,
and the reason why I'm saying does contract mean anything these days is because I truly believe these players are mercenaries, bro. When they're ready to cheat, they are gonna cheat, bro, and nobody's gonna stop them. When Sanchez did it, who stopped him? He was ready to move. The money was there, brother. Yeah, he might have regretted he left, playing piano like Alicia Keys and things. How do you do videos about that, brother? There, no, I see your videos about. You know what I mean? Doing his Alicia Keys impression and that. But when they were ready to leave, there's no stopping them. Contract or no contract. We know this about these players, especially if you're a big player, top player, and a big club comes in for you. You either ride it out or handle your transfer. And nowadays, we've seen Kepa do it. Pay your own contract and leave. We've seen players do it. Contract means nothing. When they're ready to go, they are going. And it won't be too long because these players are here. They've been here for a long time. Like Aaron was just saying, they are the tail end of that cycle. And they're not going to want to run out a fucking runway for them to be able to go and fucking do something good with their careers. Because they've wasted a long time under this manager. And we've wasted a long time under this manager waiting for this crop of players to go and deliver. And if we carry on, we ain't going to get nothing out of this crop of players. Fuck hope.
Yeah.
Wake up, people.
It'll be a shame, wouldn't it?
You could be Arteta simp, you could be this simp, you could be that simp. If you're an Arsenal fan, surely you want to win. You want to win something at the end of this. Surely you do. And if you do, then you got to see what's going on, bro. Because it's too late. We're running our wrong way. We're running our wrong way, man.
Yeah.
I hear it, man. Listen, man. Big up to the both of you. Make sure you're liking and subscribing. Aaron, shut your channel out, bro. What you got coming up next, bro?
Yeah, listen, firstly, it's always a pleasure to be invited on by you, North. Come on, man. Appreciate it. And it's always wonderful to share a screen with this guy up top right. Big up, Ola, man. And of course, the most important person or people, rather, is the chat, man. Big up to the chat. Make sure as well you're jumping over to my channel, Aaron Talks Arsenal. But please don't you dare forget about subbing and giving North Sides in this stream a cheeky like as well, man. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Excuse us smashing it. 19k. Let's get him to 20k. But yeah, man. Big up. It's always a pleasure. Come on, chat. We waited 3 months for football to be back, and after 3 games, we're grateful that we've got an international break. Do you know what I mean? It's funny how it works, isn't it, boys? But yeah, I digress. Big up, man. And again, thank you for having me on.
Nah, big up, man. Aaron Talks Arsenal. Link is in the title. Make sure you're liking and subscribing, supporting the panel and everybody here. Ola, big up, bro. Shut your channel out, man. What you got coming up next, bro?
Bro, I got to sit on this loss for the next 2 weeks, bro. Bro, that feels fucked up, man.
Even the Tottenham fans talking to me spicy, you know, Ola.
Bro, it's mad. Because, bro, what can you say? You're in the same boat as them right now, and they got European trophy over you. He'll slap you about with it, man. That man, they be moving crazy, bro. I'm trying to say. But hey, people, shout out to my bro North. Happy belated birthday. Hope you
Yeah,
enjoyed.
of course, yes.
Hope you enjoy whatever was left of it, my bro. You know what I mean? And yeah, make sure you come check us on the Fight Week show. We got Energy Johnson. He just knocked a motherfucker out in Shanghai last week. Yeah, that brother is gangster. Scarlet Pirate. Go check out his page as well. Man. We got him coming on Fight Week show tomorrow, 9 p.m. UK time. Dust Up Shakedown. That's what we got coming up. My bro is fighting in Paris. Modestas Bukauskas is going to be fighting Craig on the Paris card. We got Okibolaji that's going to be fighting on there. A lot of these fighters, friend of my channel, you know what I mean? They pulled up their time. So if you want your combat sports fix, if you love combat sports, this is where you got to be, man. Come check us out on the Fight Week show, man. And salute to North, salute to my bro Aaron. You know what I mean? I like what you man are doing out there. Keep fighting the good fight, man. Keep reminding these motherfuckers they're better than what we got right now out there. You know what I mean? We just gotta go and get it, man. You know what I mean? But big love, man, bro. Salute.
Nah, I hear it, man. Listen, make sure you're liking and subscribing. The Fight Week show is in the title. Make sure you're showing love and subscribing. Aaron talks Arsenal as well. Big up to the both of you guys. Love, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. I'm out. Love.
Salute.
Boom.
Love.